We now look into LLMs. I'm sure you've heard LLMs, large language models. What is a large language model? So in 2022, the year 2022, out of nowhere, honestly, out of nowhere, an unknown company called OpenAI, they published a tool. They introduced a tool to the world. The tool is called ChatGPT. And I think in less than 30 days, it got, I think, 100 million users. It's like, what's going on? Because people could talk to people could chat with ChatGPT and get results. So they can become developers without studying computer programming. So then we have ChatGPT. It belongs to a company called OpenAI, and the CEO is Sam Altman. And then we have ChatGPT. Then we have, of course, the big tech company for the last 20 years, the leading company, has been Google. So Google, they look into this. They said, oh, wow, what's going on? They have been working on this technology. Many companies, Silicon Valley companies, they've been working on this technology for years, but it's been a secret. But then OpenAI, they came first. When they introduced ChatGPT wasn't perfect. You tried to create an image or text, it was not even connected to the internet at first. ChatGPT creates this field, this new industry. AI has been around for 50 years, but now ChatGPT made it very popular. So many companies, they start to create tools that connect with ChatGPT, right? And then Google, they don't want to lose the supremacy, the hold of the internet. They don't want to lose the search power, so they start to introduce their own AI versions. And now, in 2025, they've introduced Google Gemini 3.0. It's very powerful. So ChatGPT dethroned Google for 3 years, and Google went quiet. Now they are back. Google Studio is very powerful. It's like it has everything. Think of a Swiss knife. And in the meantime, Amazon, they founded a company called Anthropic, and then it developed Claude AI. Claude AI is it's very powerful tool. So ChatGPT, Google Gemini, Claude AI, and then Elon Musk, he said, "Oh, I don't like this. I don't want to stay behind." So he created with his team Grok. And then Microsoft, they didn't create a tool. They funded ChatGPT. They gave money to ChatGPT, and then they introduced ChatGPT into their system. They changed the name to Microsoft Copilot. It's ChatGPT technology. And then we have in China DeepSeek. DeepSeek, it's also a big tool. It does exactly the same thing as ChatGPT. And then Facebook, they have their own version, Meta AI. It's not very popular. But then we have ChatGPT, Claude AI, Google Gemini, DeepSeek, Meta AI, Claude AI, and Grok. These tools are big tools. They are called large language models. They are very large. The companies creating these tools, they bought land, they built huge data centers, and then they spent years feeding text, information, audio, video to these tools. So now these tools, they can identify human voice, audio, they can identify text, they can identify video, they can create images. So we have generative AI is the mother. We have diffusion tools is we have generative AI is the mother. This mother has 2 children. Generative AI has a child called diffusion tools. That's Midjourney, for example. And then we have large language models. So large language models are big tools, and there are not many in the world. There are maybe 7. I believe governments, they have their own versions. But these are big tools. Ordinary human beings like me and you, we can't build large language models. So large language models will feed diffusion tools. Large language models and diffusion tools, they're children of this mother called generative AI. Generative AI means you can generate text, audio, image, and video. what do you want to generate? The question is, what do you want to generate? For you to generate something, you're going to use either a diffusion tool or a large language model. A large language model, they're connected to diffusion tools, and then they're also connected to generative AI. So a diffusion tool, for example, is 11 Labs. 11 Labs is audio. There is a company called HeyGen. HeyGen is a diffusion tool which you can clone yourself. You can use to clone yourself. That's a diffusion tool. But there is a large language model is Google Gemini. And Google Gemini, it belongs to Google. Okay? So that is a large language model. Think of a computer, it's big, it's very big, and has all the information you can possibly need in the world. About Shakespeare, about the moon, about astrology, about mythology, about the weather, everything you need. This is a large language model. Grok, DeepSeek, Google Gemini, so ChatGPT. You will always start, not always, you always need a large language model because it's bigger than a diffusion tool. So where do you start? Do you need to learn? There are at least 7. Do you need to learn the 7 large language models? No, you don't. So see large language models as shoes. You don't need 100 pair of shoes. You don't need 7 pairs of shoes. You can have them, but then 1 pair of shoe in good condition, it does the job. So start with Google Gemini. It's the most powerful large language model in the. Start with Google Gemini. It's the most powerful large language model as we speak. You can also start with ChatGPT. There is nothing wrong with ChatGPT. But Google Gemini, it belongs to Google Studios. Everything you need, marketing, sales, communications, website creations, app creations, is very powerful. So is Cloud AI, so is Grok, so is DeepSeek. So what do you want to do? What do you want to generate? You need a large language model. So when you hear people talk about ChatGPT, Google Gemini, DeepSeek, or Grok, or Cloud AI, they're talking about large language model, okay, which is connected to diffusion tools, which is connected to generative AI.